Hello, this is Andrew Hoagland with Direct Business Marketing and
Granison Shines.
And today we're going to talk about marketing and your selling argument. This is an interesting topic. This is maybe one of the first ones we should have done. So if you're watching this, watch it first. Stop watching anything else and watch it first. It goes to the planning and the mindset around marketing, and it's really a key point and a key umbrella when you're composing your marketing campaigns. So this is an important point, and we're excited to go over it today. So there's three major components or areas, would you call them?
Focus of business, or types of businesses that we're going to talk about, yeah.
And you really need to know which type of business you are so that you know your argument.
Yeah.
So we'll just start off with the first type of business. The first one is customer intimate. Now, would you say this is, makes up, we have this number one, but would you say this is the number one business for small to medium-sized businesses?
Most businesses start off as some sort of customer intimate type business, but there are also a bunch of other product related businesses, as we'll talk about later on, others that have a different foci. But a customer related business is something that we usually kind of, I guess, innately lean more towards because we like helping people. We think of things that say, hey, I can help this client with this, or I can help this client with that. So a service-based business is usually one of the top priority or top types of business.
So give us like an example of a customer intimate type of
business. Customer intimate type of business, any sort of consulting business, a doctor or a physician type of business, those who deal directly with customers, and usually it's the business owner also that is directly relating to or talking to a client.
Okay, and a small to medium-sized business, a lot of times it's that owner that has the idea, or it's their skill set that you're selling.
Yep.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that there's some customer intimate that actually have a physical product. What would be an example of that sort of business?
Customer intimate business that has a physical product could be like a cigar. We have one client who's a cigar manufacturer. Cigar retailer. Now, that's a customer intimate business because it's very personal business. And
so they assist them with making choices.
Exactly,
and decision making.
Exactly. So when you go into their facility, they'll walk you around the facility, show you the facility, show you the different types of cigars, explain what type of cigar is more leaned towards this person's type. And so that's more product-related, customer intimate business.
So even though that someone could go somewhere else and get the same or similar cigar, they need that intimate nature in order to facilitate the decision making.
Exactly, and we found that even the ones that take the time to show the customer what they have and what they offer and the amenities of the facility, they're actually more successful than the ones that you can just go in and stop and buy one that doesn't have that customer intimate feel.
Okay, good. So realtors would definitely fall into this category.
Realtors definitely fall into a customer intimate type of business. They are dealing with clients all the time, face to face, showing them the product, the house, that type of product, physical product. They're showing them other properties, buildings, if they're commercial realtors. So this very much so has a leniency towards realtors.
Okay. Let's walk into the next. The next one is a low-cost leader. Low-cost leader is kind of, I would say it's the easiest one to understand. It's where cost drives the product. What would be some easy examples of the low-cost?
Walmart is probably your number one low-cost leader.
Okay.
Everything they do says low cost, right? You have the big retailers like Target or Ross or a bunch of other ones that are the low-cost leaders. Now, you'll have someone that's like a Nordstrom who isn't a low-cost leader, nor do they advertise and say that they're a low-cost leader. But usually the low-cost leaders are the ones who are going head-to-head in terms of competition, advertising. They send out a lot of ads, and the ads are driven based on price. Versus telling a lot about the product. Like, for instance, if they're looking at a digital camera or something like that, they'll say, hey, this Sony camera with XYZ, few features, but then the price big, lowest price available.
We'll match anybody's price.
Yeah, we'll match anybody's price, exactly.
Now, can small to medium-sized businesses be low-cost leaders?
Yeah, they can, but it doesn't make sense. They can, and they try to solidify that position, but more often than not, we see that fails. Because they are then trying to really compete with the big guys who have the advertising budget, who have the means
infrastructure,
exactly,
gigantic
exactly.
bulk.
They have that whole process down on their buying side to leverage their buying power. So for a small, medium-sized business, low-cost leader is not the best thing to do.
Not the best thing to do.
Mm-mm,
okay.
Not at all.
Let's walk into the third one. The third one is product innovator. Product innovator would be, kind of describe what that would be.
You have your Sun Microsystems, you have your Hewlett-Packards, those companies who are always coming out with products. Now, they do compete sometimes with pricing, but it's more their retailers. But they also have this product that they're just innovating products all the time. I mean, they have to. I mean, computers change like what, every 6 months, 3 months now, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So they're continuing to position themselves as a product innovator, putting out new products that the market wants / needs, or that they feel that the market needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to the next slide where we kind of have them all together. Now, can I be in more than one of these categories at the same time?
You can be more than one, but one's going to take precedent over the other.
Okay.
And what we found is that by trying to fit in all these different slots, you don't really fit anywhere with your niche. So because most people, when they try to open a business, they try to market to everybody.
Yeah.
We say if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to
nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's best to pick where you're going to be and where you want to be, where you need to be, and really, really hone in on that particular type of business versus trying to cover all three of the business sides. Because then your marketing is all over the place.
Yeah.
You're trying to be low cost leader. You're trying to say, hey, we have good intimate customer service and all this other kind of stuff that, the marketing kind of starts to break down.
Yeah, because when you get an ad from Walmart, they're not talking about their customer service.
No. Never.
They're talking about the price.
Never talk about customer service.
Yeah.
Always price.
And now when you see an ad from Sprint, they're talking about their service level.
Yes.
How fast it is and how good their service is.
Yeah.
So, once I've kind of decided or figured out what of these three that I'm in, does it behoove me to just ignore the other things? So if I fall into product innovator, should I just ignore price altogether on my marketing materials?
No, it's actually okay to put out a special on a product or a special on a deal or whatever it may be. That's okay because you still want to position yourself in the market against your competition.
Mm-hmm.
But to really focus in and lead with that, if you're a product innovator, then leading with low price, no, that still doesn't make the marketing message come together and gel together and stick together really well.
Okay. So once you've decided, which one I'm in, let's say I'm in customer intimate, then knowing this is going to be my overriding filter, if you will, on how to market.
Exactly. So if I'm customer intimate, I know a few things. One, I'm not going to lead out with price.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to go out there and say, hey, I have the lowest price. I mean, we teach our consultants that too. And we have this whole mindset of our business.
Just to admit, we're not the lowest price.
We tell you right up front, we're not the lowest price. I mean, that's part of our selling argument. And this is how we position our company and our products and services. So we tell you straight up front, we're not the low-cost leader because we're not a web design company. Most of our products include a website because we're a marketing firm and the internet has such precedence now.
Yeah, we do web design.
We do web design, but that's, exactly. So we won't lead out with saying, hey, we're the lowest price. And nor do we always come out with, every month a new product, right? I mean, we have a certain number of products, a certain number of campaigns, so solutions and campaigns, and then we roll with those, and everyone falls in the mix somewhere between, the 5 different products and 7 different campaigns.
Yeah. So for our business, just to talk about ourselves, we're number one. We're customer.
We're
number
customer.
one.
We are number one. That's right. We are definitely customer intimate business. So,
Okay, let's walk to the next one. So here's some questions that you can ask yourself for your own business and answer them. Number one, what type of business do you have? And we just were talking about that for us.
Yeah.
We fall in number one. And number two, this is a hard one to do. This is really critiquing yourself.
Yep.
This is saying, does your current marketing materials reflect your business type? And you would say be harsh on yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah, just be honest and totally blunt about what it is you're putting out there and where you fall into these 3 categories.
Yeah.
And that really positions you somewhere, and it really hones in on your selling argument. So then your materials, everything, like we spoke about from a campaign standpoint, should reflect the type of business you have versus, just solely the message you want to communicate, like, low cost leader. But if you're, the other type, don't communicate that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Make the headline fit.
Make the headline fit. Make the body copy fit. Make the graphics also fit. Make make everything gel together in terms of how your client, which we're getting to the third section, third question, how they perceive your business. Yeah,
good. Let's go into that. The third question is, are your clients aware? And this is another sometimes tough pill to swallow, because it's looking at yourself and saying, am I doing a good job as a company? So are your clients aware of what type of business you're in? And how would you recommend someone to figure this out?
Well, one good thing to do, which also may be the toughest, it's not tough, but it's easy to do, but we don't do it sometimes, just to ask your client.
Just to ask them.
Ask your client, right? I mean, they know a lot more about you than you think you know, than you think that they know about you. So asking them is saying, hey, where do you see me, where do you see my marketing? Those who are closer customers and you have a good relationship with them, you can ask them those questions. They'll be honest and tell you.
Could you just ask them, why did they choose?
Yeah, why did they choose me? Why do you like working with us? What do you think about our products and services and things like that?
And if you have a good client, they should be honest with you.
They'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
they'll probably blatantly honest with you.
Yeah, that's what you need.
More than you probably want to swallow. So yes.
So I'll kind of let you set up this next slide as something that we want to deliver to you so that everybody can see it, but I'll let you kind of set that up.
So basically, if you take everything that we just spoke about and we superimpose it into this slide here, all these different marketing avenues here that you see that goes into the middle section for lead generation, basically, those components on the outside should reflect your marketing. It should reflect your business type. So now that you have an email that's going out to a client, it's going to be more about what your product offering is. Now, if it's low price, okay, make sure that you communicate low price. If it's
coupons,
exactly. You want to email those or tell them where they can get them. They can come back to your site to download them, whatever, or show them on their smartphone when they're at your location. So those types of things. If it's going to be the newsletter and you're talking about your product innovator and you have a new product that's coming out, so the information that goes out that should be on your website is all about these new products, and it's very upfront to the client if they're coming to the website, if you're driving them to the site. If you're a customer intimate type business, making sure that you're sending out information about how they can become more in tune with their client, you giving that information how they can become more in tune, or how they can become more in tune with you. So it works both ways. So understanding that from a marketing standpoint really positions them and solidifies your place in the market with your clients.
So do two things we're saying with this slide. One, look at the marketing that you already have that fits into any of these areas. And two, use this as ideas. Are there items on this slide, where you could be marketing that you're not marketing?
Exactly.
That's important as well.
Because we always say from a campaign standpoint, we try to pick, 5 different
About
avenues,
5.
Right? And
I would say it's because there's 5 fingers.
5 fingers is just right there in front of you, right? So, and then hone them down with the same consistent message about your business type. And again, when I say the message, I'm not saying you have to tell them, hey, I'm a product innovator, I'm a low-cost leader. But they'll get the message, right?
Yeah.
If it's worded right, if it's constructed right, and positioned to them appropriately.
Okay. So, I would say, just in conclusion, I'm going to back up one. Here's what you need to do. Figure out where you are in your business. One, analyze your current marketing. Two, and reach out to your current customers.
Yep.
If we want to summarize this, I would say that's probably a good summary.
That's it. Very good summary.
Now, I'll step forward here. So here's Granison's contact information. You could definitely contact Granison if you have any questions, or if you want more information on any of these things. Anything parting thoughts?
Nope. Go out and get them. Just if you have to, just rewind a little bit when looking at this again. Once we put it online, have it available for you. We record all of our webinars, so please feel free to pass them along to other business friends and associates you may have to join us here every other Wednesday for our webinars,
Yep.
and to make sure that we continue to deliver the information that you deserve to have to grow your business.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.